All right, we are at session 16 of Light Force Curses Strahd. Would anyone like to recap what happened last time? I've gone ahead and put the camera up here in front of this strange looking building with the cages hanging off of it and the giant upside down skull in the middle, normal things.
We met with Godfrey Gwillem, and he told us that we could purify their beacon, which is a thing we need to do in order to be told where the instrument of order is. And to do that, we're going to need the skull of Argynvost that was stolen a very long time ago by these witches. And we found the skull. We infiltrated their dwelling, but whenever we touch the skull, it seems to notify the hag living inside. But we are invisible.
All right. Yep. Came from Argynvost Holtz. You're now in the swamps of Berez. You're both invisible right now. Your cavalcade of allies is not far away. And yeah. It's that meme. I think we're going to have to kill this guy, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
So let me change the music up, and I'll take it back over to you all. Okay, so you're both invisible.
Mhm.
You've touched the skull once, upon which she came out, sniffed around for a little bit, looked directly at you through the monitor, but then turned around and walked back inside. And then, of course, you got a glimpse of what the the decorations that she has inside her home.
Mhm.
But yeah.
All right. Keep just gonna say, all right. Let's try before we kill this woman. What if I just block off the door and you grab the skull and run, and then we can get away before she realizes that we're gone.
How are you planning on blocking off the door?
Now, let's see what I have. Looking at my robe of useful items.
So how heavy did we establish the thing is?
It's 250 pounds.
Okay, that does still put me above my normal weight limit, so I will be somewhat encumbered by it. I don't know how much that means, though.
I thought your current capacity was 270 because
It
you
is,
have.
but I'm at 47.5 right now.
Oh well, I can hold you shit. I assume I haven't been listing weights for everything, but let's see.
I mean, I haven't been listing weights for everything, but this is, while not entirely all of my shit, still a good amount of my shit. But it does admittedly include 4 javelins, a mace, a heavy crossbow, and a great sword that I'm not using.
Quickly going over my inventory to see what I'm holding. An item doesn't list a weight, say, on the official D&D thing, and it doesn't specify. Does that mean it has a negligible weight, or...?
I would assume so.
Oh, what kind of items are you looking at? I'm not opposed.
For example, the Cloak of Protection.
That's probably negligible. Words
Well,
that I
that's
intend
not
to
worth it.
regret 3 sessions from now.
Or at the very least, it's going to weigh like a pound or 2.
Cloth doesn't have weight. We all know this.
So yeah, even with even highballing the weight of my items, I'm like probably no more than 50 pounds, and my carrying capacity is 150, so I can carry your shit. So
Sounds like the plan is
you said
shaping
it's
up.
you said it's what, 47 pounds?
I've got 47 pounds. I've got 47.5 pounds of stuff on me.
Does that include like the
Is there-
weapons and stuff that I assume that you'd want to keep on you for reasons I'm not going to get into?
Yeah, probably specify those because you got 20
Yeah.
pounds of.
Ooh, yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to. I think it would be a little silly for me to hand off all of my stuff.
Okay.
Seeing
Well.
as the Explorers pack currently has a listed weight of 0 anyway. But
Yeah,
give me a
'cause it's-
moment.
The Explorer's Pack itself is less of an item and more a collection of items.
Yes. Yeah, if I were to just give you my javelins, my mace, my heavy crossbow, and my great sword, that would free up 36 pounds.
Let's type in Julian shit, and you said 36 pounds.
Yep.
Are you keeping a weapon on you?
Yeah, I've still got my longsword on me.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I haven't been using the great sword because I don't know what it does yet.
Mhm. Cool.
You know, I've also
Speaking
got
of-
Isaac axe somewhere on me, and I don't know what that does either.
Speaking of, I have the ability that so the greatsword, of course, is a +2 greatsword, but it has one additional ability that I shall send to you. Well, in Discord, but I'll post it in Roll20 in just a bit.
What's the guy's name? Vladimir?
Yeah, Vladimir Horngard.
And for Isaac's axe, is that just a battle axe, a great axe? What kind of axe you got?
So it is a battle axe. It has 2 abilities.
Well, wait. Now I just need to know for weight purposes.
Oh yeah,
'cause
it's a
I need
battle
to-
axe.
Okay. Well, then I need to give the battle axe. I need to give Isaac's axe over to Keith as well. That's another 4 pounds. So Julian shit is now going to be 40 pounds for you.
Which means 2 What was your? Which means you're under. What was your carrying capacity again?
I'm still
187.
going to be on because that's what I'm giving it to him.
Okay.
I'm giving him stuff to keep myself under carry capacity for the skull.
Ooh, that rules. All right. For the purpose of this plan, I guess I should ask. When she came out the first time, which way did the door open?
Shit. Let me see the thing. Maybe I shouldn't have said that if I'm putting this on YouTube or whatever. Let me check. I'm gonna try to be honest with you because I assume that it's easier for you if it swings out.
Probably.
Let me see. I think if I am being honest, doors that are supposed to be on the outside are meant to open out so as to
Mhm.
prevent, like sieges, entry, that kind of thing. So
Yeah,
I think I'm inclined to say yes, it does swing out much to your benefit.
Hooray! Well then, I don't really.
think that you'll find that doors that swing outward are a fairly recent,
Oh.
a fairly recent thing
Uh-huh.
due to the massive walk file. I don't actually know. I don't actually know the building standards of like medieval Europe. I know that
Mhm.
in capitalist America, doors tended to open inward up until one massive workplace fire in some kind of clothing factory where like 50 women burned to death because the doors to their building all opened inward, and in a blind panic they basically all crushed each other against the wall trying to open the door, and the people who were like on the door couldn't open it,
Ooh, I see.
and everyone got trapped in the building and died. And now for fire safety reasons, businesses have to have their doors open outward.
Okay, actually, that does
I had no idea about medieval Europe though.
that does remind me when I was imagining her opening it, because normally, especially these in Barovia, if you think about it, when people open the door to be like, yes, oh, I'm sorry, I can't let you in, you're a vampire, or like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in what you're trying to sell me. I actually don't. I do imagine them opening the door towards them and then peeking out through there. That is what I imagined for her when she was closing the door and you saw her decorations that were above her bathtub. But just so
That you know what? That's true. You did reveal the light like this way, which would suggest that like it was opening that way. So that's fair.
okay.
In that case, shit.
By the way, I am also sending over the Izek's battle axe and what it can do.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay. How about this? As I recall, we left my summons, like back before the entrance, back before the two ladies who were guarding the entrance. Would they be able to make their way over here now that?
Yes. I've already actually moved them on the overworld map close to your location. Would you like one or some of them on this map right now?
Yeah, I figure maybe we could just have them like collectively try and hold the door shut, even if it only yeah, even if it only buys us a few seconds. That might be enough to like get out of the way.
Okay. Well, I've gone ahead and summoned your summons. They're here if you'd like to kind of like, again, just as a reminder, because the noise of the flapping ravens in the cages is so loud, you are pretty much able to do a lot of things out here without being detected, other than, well, I mean, not counting any detection that is happening on you right now, but as far as new detection goes, like, as long as it's not touching the skull, you can pretty much keep going as usual.
All right. Keith will mainly be acknowledging his 3 summons. The spider is more expendable, and thus
Damn, that's messed up.
maybe doesn't need to be here.
Damn.
These 3 can come back. These 3 can come back. The spider can't.
Oh, you mean they're less expendable than the spider?
Sorry, yes, you are correct.
Sorry, the way it sounded to me was like, the spider's the most expendable here, so fuck this spider.
Yeah, you're right. I misspoke. Yeah.
I was gonna say that is quite the bold claim about my animal companion. So you declare
who gives a fuck about the spider? Spider doesn't care. Anyway, no, sorry, I misspoke. Yes, the spider is less expendable because if it dies, it dies, whereas my summons can be resummoned eventually. So, all right, men. We need to carry the skull away, but as soon as we touch it, that door is going to open, and the lady inside is gonna try and yell at us. So what I need you guys to do, collectively, is hold that door shut and prevent her from opening it long enough for us to get out of here. You might die in the process, but your sacrifice will not be in vain, and you will receive a medal upon being resummoned. So, unless Lightning decides that they disobey me or whatever, that's the plan.
Let me check the scores for the Awakened Shrub.
Oh yeah, these guys aren't especially strong, but maybe collectively they can do something.
Yeah, I was just looking for the int and whiz for the Awakened Shrub.
Okay.
The rock is not going to protest. I imagine the pig, let's see, boar, is also not going to protest. Is definitely not going to protest. Okay, so Sin is the only one who's giving this idea some pause. He'll ask you, "What do you know about her combat capabilities?"
Not much, but she is a witch and she's old, so she's probably a hag, which means she's probably very powerful.
As you say that sentence, both Sin and I, like the look on our faces, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Because you mentioned she was old, so then he got this evil grin, like maybe like the Grinch does in that one scene. But then you mentioned that she's a hag, like so it was like witch, old, hag,
Yeah. And it does dawn on me that I know physical strength isn't your strong suit, so you can be freed of this burden if you want, but I'll leave it to your decision then.
Can you roll me a persuasion check to convince your summoned awakened shrub to make my job easier and decide based on your roll?
He is literally smarter than I am, so you know what?
He does the was it that Captain America meme? No, I don't think I will. He like parks off to the side. He'll say, "Best of luck, though."
Fair enough. I would recommend you hide somewhere that she won't see you, and if she does manage to get out.
I know the perfect spot, and he kind of like moves like 10 feet away, and then just like parks it right there, and then
Remains
stops
motionless.
moving.
So
Yeah. Watch her come out and be like, "Was that tree there before?" Yes, thank you. That exact one.
All right. So
what's Joe Biden doing here? Okay. Ahead of time, can I ask for strength rolls from either each of them or like one? Wait, you're gonna help too, right?
You know, I hadn't considered that, but yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay. In that case, I'll let you roll 3 times total, assisted by them.
Mm-hmm. I think the cleft has the highest strength out of the three of us.
Oh, do you want to both assist the cleft and have him roll 3 times instead?
If you'll allow it, yes.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood.
All right.
Ooh.
Hey!
Oh, excellent. Okay. So the cleft is there, and despite the fact that the door opens inward, he's got like, he has this like, he's got a bit of his jaw kind of like juts out a little bit, so he's like able to like wedge it up into the wood of the door, but not like on the other side. So like if you're sitting on the inside, like say the camera pans to the inside where she's like sitting cross-legged on a rocking chair, like reading a newspaper, and like she looks over the door and thinks nothing of it. So he like wedges it up in there, and he'll be able to, with both of your help, keep the door very closed, which is pretty good. That's going to be really important.
All right, so Keith's going to say, all right, Julian, this is as shut as it's going to get, so grab the skull and run.
guess I will grab the skull and run.
All right, I would like an athletics check from you as you attempt to. Okay, just to recap for my benefit. Oh, that's good. Now that we've determined that you're able to lift it, are you like dragging it, putting it on your back, and like trudging forward?
If you carry it, then technically it'll be invisible with you.
True. I mean, I have the carry capacity. I can technically kind of like hold it above my head and move full speed. So
All right.
might as well like pick it up and just start like briskly jogging at a rate of 90 feet per round.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, true.
All right. Let me then check the map because that adjusts some things. Let me take you back to the other map real quick. The 90 feet, I would like to ask if you mean west or south. Let me take you over real quick so I can show you. What is your direction of escape? I just need a direction so that I can, because you're going 90 feet around.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let me move the camera over there. Okay.
Yeah. And
So-
from there on,
yeah.
round that way.
All right. So I'll let you do one round. So you basically can lift it up. I'll just pretend it's on your. Oh, actually, I should probably get like some sort of. Oh, I know what the perfect. Actually, I don't know if it's in here. Wait, it might be. Sorry, let me just get the token. If you all remember from Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, there's like a dinosaur skull token that I used.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all remember if that was. What's the word? Was that like. So, oh, it is something I added because it's right here. All right, so
Nice.
I'm just gonna put this one here with you. You're gonna move 90 feet. So feel free to move that way. I'll move the skull with you at the same time. Essentially what happens is right as you lift it up, it turns invisible. You see that the runes on it glow. And then they also join the rest of the skull in invisibility. At the same time, you feel the door try to open. And then you hear from the other side, good job out there. You sense that the lady on the other side is extremely angry, and it's at this time that I'd like to ask you all to roll initiative.
So, I have
Uh-oh.
opted to not roll initiative, and as such, I am untouchable.
Nice.
Don't like that outcome. While we have a brief lull in explanations and discussion, couple important questions
Yes.
about the funky items. One, I assume the greatsword is magical because it's a +2 greatsword.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
the battle axe magical on its own? And also, does it have any bonuses to attack and or damage?
Let me double check the bonuses to attack and or damage. As for being magical, I'm saying yes. It looks like I think it might be a +1 because his strength was +3 and the damage is +4.
All right, I'm down for that because that basically just makes it that basically means that I can just replace my longsword with the axe because longswords and battle axes are mechanically identical. And I have a longsword +1, so
Nice.
this will just make it so that the axe can be my new default, which does have the interesting effect of making it so that I'll have to change my descriptions. Although, I think my idea going forward is probably going to be like I'm using the greatsword when I'm not raging, and then when I do rage, I'll just be using the battle axe one-handed. But
Yeah, makes sense.
Are those once per?
That's the next question. all the like abilities limited in any way?
Yes. The battle axe is at least once per combat. If it ends up being too strong, I'm going to lower it to once per long rest. And the same will apply for the great sword. It'll be once per combat for now, but if it ends up being too strong, I'm going to reduce it to once per long rest.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting and weird and annoying. Okay. And third question. What's the DC for the deck saves for Devilish Cleave and Blazing Fury?
Let me see. I don't think it told me. I have two trains of thought, and that's either imagining your strength as the spell save DC or a straight DC 15.
Gotcha. And strength as save DC, would that be like
8 plus proficiency plus your strength bonus?
Okay. And you're just not sure which one to go with yet?
Yeah, if you have a preference between the two.
I mean, I would definitely prefer having it be strength based, just because that'll scale more for me.
Yeah, what is it right now if we do 8 plus proficiency bonus plus strength?
15.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because my proficiency bonus is 3 and
that's fine.
Strength is 4.
I think it would be cool if you ended up being like, I think it's cool if it scales. Let's do it.
If that goes in correctly. It does. Cool. Sick. I think we said this same thing for my for my hell tennis. I did not figure why did it go weird. Okay.
All right. Any last finishing touches?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Based on the map.
Since I got to move 90 feet, can I have Sniffles move all max feet too? Would you like to do that after?
No, you can do it now. It makes sense that she'd want to stick by you.
Nyum. She then immediately proceeds to give away my location.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
All right. Well, combat shall begin.
Hey.
Let me turn this up for myself. All right. Sorry, I gotta place my. All right. For her first turn, I did some research, and there are no windows on the map, and I do not see windows mentioned in the description for her hut. So she's gonna try to pull on the door again. I need the cleft to give me a 3 strength rolls. I assume you're gonna still like hang on tight and everything. Let's see how she does. She has to beat a 17. With a natural 20.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
She rips the door from its hinges, leaving a whole chunk of it left in the cleft's mouth. She like hurls it to the side and looks at you very angrily. I will go ahead and ask her to come out from behind the curtains over here. Come on. Why isn't that? Come here. Click.
I should mention I'm still invisible.
Okay. Why is it not letting me grab and move her? What is happening here? Was I disconnected earlier? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put a new version of her down. Here we go.
Is Lightning's like measurement arrow still on screen for you guys?
Is it?
Nope.
Yo.
Strange.
Long button.
All right. So she lifts up a hand, outstretched beyond Keith, clenches it into a fist, and Julian, I need you to give me an athletics check to hold on to the skull as you feel it. Ooh. 23 is good. Let's see how it matches up against her intelligence score. Ooh, okay. You feel that she's tried to pull the skull from your grasp, but you're able to hold onto it very tightly, foiling foiling her plans for now. She makes a little sound, like what is it, the sound that people make. And instead, she's gonna like look over at the cleft and the boar, her latest and or newest victims.
But that was her action, so now it's my turn.
Actually, I'm sorry. Looking at what she can do, she is instead going to shoot a firebolt at Julian. Let's see if she even hits, considering the fact that she'll be rolling a disadvantage, as there are some allies of yours within 5 feet of her.
I'm also invisible. Can she fucking see invisible shit?
She cannot see that it's you specifically, but she is aware that
Skull was moving away.
there is someone or something below the skull that requires her attention.
Can she sense the skull's exact location? Because the skull is also invisible.
Yes.
Damn.
Fuck.
That's cheating.
Alright, what kind of hag is this chick?
Ooh, she rolls a nat 1 because she's rolling at disadvantage.
No.
Green hag, maybe? 'Cause swamp.
she puts her hand on the door frame of her hut, and she looks very angry. But she'll have to do that for the next 6 seconds because it's Keith's turn.
Keep is going to run away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The animals are going to try and hold her off. Not that I think it's going to go especially well for them. Well, Let me look up what they can do.
Oh, and before I forget, let me go ahead and put the invisibility things on you. Well, actually, I can't select Julian, strangely, or anyone except for the newest Bubble Saiga. It must be that disconnect from earlier.
Have you tried refresh?
Yeah, I'm averse to only because it'll refresh the music. But
No, yeah.
maybe during the phase change. I mean, what phase change?
What icon do you use for invisibility?
I don't really use the ninja, but I'm cool for whatever. If Julian could put it on, or if Keith could put it on too, so I just remember that you're both invisible.
Did you say you normally use the ninja?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like I can do it for the skull.
That's weird.
But yeah, you said the animals are gonna, or are you still looking something up?
Oh, sorry. I think the cleft is going to charge up, and the boar is going to take the dodge action.
Okay.
And I guess Sin will also take the dodge action, though he's hopefully safe.
All right.
And Carrion won't do anything. So
I see. Well, with that being the end of your turn, it is time for her house to join the fray.
yeah, that makes sense.
I know that.
Yeah. The giant roots beneath the hut come to life and pull themselves up out of the mire. The hut and the roots lurch and groan, becoming a lumbering mass that cracks as it walks, crushing all in its path. All right, let's see what speed it has. You know what? I kind of thought it'd be faster. Interesting. All right. It is going to go ahead and go 5. Oh my gosh, I tried to get all of y'all. Well, let me grab... Dang it. All right, give me a sec. I am going to refresh because I think it's going to be better in the long run.
I want to pause the music first.
I'll just stop and resume it now. All right, let's try this again. So I'll go 5, taking them both with him. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It is going to take an action. It is going to take one of its roots, dig it into the ground. Actually, sorry. For reasons I'm just gonna just have it take the okay. Nope. I'll have it. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna try to throw a rock at Julian at disadvantage because it can't see you. To open my things again. While oh, yes. It sorry, I'm trying to think. Let me rephrase that. It does not have disadvantage because you are invisible. I think it has disadvantage because the cleft and the boar are still here.
So the tree knows where the house knows where the skull is too.
The house sees all, or almost all,
Ah,
depending on how
okay.
you look at it.
True sight. Or blind sight. Whatever.
Let me set this at disadvantage. Oh, rock at Julian. A 17 to hit.
That does unfortunately hit.
Does your invisibility only last until you like make an attack or cast a spell?
Correct. Or until I lose concentration.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, she doesn't even know I exist yet. Or well, she totally does.
If the house has like blind sight, then yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, I see. All right. It will lift up a root.
But also, it doesn't necessarily know that I'm the one making us invisible.
That is true.
Yeah, lightning, don't metagame.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures within range. I'm going from it's Julian and then all the way down to Sin. I'm going to roll a d6 for its next 2 attacks, as it does have multi-attack.
Ouch.
So its second attack will be going towards Keith, and its third
It says it can replace one of these attacks with a rock attack.
yeah, but these are its root attacks, which have a reach of 60 feet.
Ouch.
14 misses.
Woo!
That's good.
Well, it counts as a melee, so it is not a disadvantage. This will be that third attack that it made. A 30 on
Against
Keith.
me?
Yes, since it rolled a 3.
Yeah, that hits. All right, so I take 17 damage.
I think. Don't you have resistance against bludgeoning?
Oh yeah, whew. All right, so that's an extra. All right, and so I'll make my concentration check.
Yeah, just got to beat a 10. 10 or more. Ooh.
Oof.
All right, the invisibility remains. It has moved. It has done its action of a multi-attack. That leaves us to Julian. Go ahead.
Keith is gonna shout out, wait, Julie, hold up, wait up for me, I have a plan.
You should see the way I squinted my eyes. Like, I don't think I gave you Dimension Door. I don't know what you're about to do.
So, you need me to start moving then?
Yeah, I mean, you can always hold your action to move after I've done my thing.
Okay. Well, I'll hold my action to move. I don't think that'll let me dash, but I'll hold my action to move. Until after Keith does whatever he's doing, and I'll use my bonus action to have Sniffles keep moving.
Yep. I, too, am curious what you're about to do, especially given the fact that, well, guess we'll see. Anything else from you?
Let's see, that's 6 for the regular movement, and I guess I'll have Sniffles jump over here. Let's see if what's her strength score is the 14. So if my understanding is correct, that means that she can move 14 feet with a running start on a jump automatically.
That sounds familiar. I'm cool
Something like that, yeah.
with the leap, yes.
So that's 10. $15, $20, $25 for another jump, and $30 on a dash. Okay, so that's Sniffle's movement.
Okay.
And I guess that's the end of my turn then.
All right. I need roll 20 to not be so slow as I look for a particular token that I've been wanting to use. Give me just a second to get the targeting reticle. I'll use this one. Let me just check this range, 120 feet. Okay. So your opponent will once again try to yoink the skull away from you. I'd like to ask you to make an athletics check contested against her intelligence check. Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, also, let me put this here. She is... Nice work. I don't know how to describe the fact that she's just getting her butt kicked in that regard. She will, like, look at her left hand and, like, curse it. She's going to take her right hand and she's going to point at your location. And she is going to cast... Well, maybe I won't name the spell. She's going to point, and you see that poisonous yellow-green fog begins emitting from your location.
No, that's bullshit.
I'm gonna use... Sorry, I'm looking for a particular color. It is 20 feet in radius. Let me make sure that you all can see this. Oh, save settings. There we go. So this fog looks quite dangerous, but if I'm reading the spell description correctly, it's only... I'll only need to ask you to make a roll if you enter the spell's area for the first time on a turn or start your turn there. I don't think it happens right away. I always forget.
I'm not sure.
Typically how they work, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that is her turn, so... Keith, you're up. Let's see that thing
well,
you were
if
thinking
Keith
of.
sees a fucking poison miasma spawn in front of him, but he's gonna go on with his plan anyway.
Just in case it matters, I don't think it does. The area counts as heavily obscured.
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Let's see. Yep, no, that's fine. So 5, 10, entering the area of effect.
All right. I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Her spell save DC is 17.
I failed.
I believe you take this damage. At least this damage type. 24 poison damage.
Resistant, but yeah.
Yeah, you're resistant. Nice.
Good thing too. All right. I take 12 damage. Got to make another con save. I fail, so we're visible again. But doesn't matter right now. We're heavily obscured. So that's 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. And as lightning guessed, I will, in fact, cast Dimension Door on him. You didn't need to give me that spell. That's just a Warlock spell.
I see. Let me screenshot something for you.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
Where is it? Is it chapter 2? Alterations to magic. Oh. Well, actually. No. Let me do some reading. Let me check something else then. All right, I'm going to still send the screenshot that I initially thought was correct anyway, because it looks like it doesn't apply. But, can you describe what it looks like when you cast Dimension Door?
He reaches out and touches Julian, and in a blink and a quick chime of a church bell, they disappear.
Nice. All right, and then the range for it is, what is it, like 250 feet or something?
500 feet.
500 feet. You know what? I think the first party did this. Interesting. Sorry, let me. I'm finishing. What is it called when you're like censoring some of a screenshot? Well. So the reason why this works and not because you're moving to another location within Barovia. I guess the reason why I did not initially panic when you posited Dimension Door upon stepping over is that it is one of the few teleportation spells that actually works in this world.
Let's see.
I assume you'd like to move, what, like 500 feet north or something?
I don't remember which direction, like, we're traveling exactly, but yeah, north, northwest,
Okay.
whichever gets us, closer to being able to head back towards Argynvost.
Okay. Then let me go ahead and copy this token and paste it on the Barovia map, as I think you've successfully escaped with the skull in tow for now.
Oh god, sniffles.
That did occur to me.
Oh.
Sniffles has a movement speed of 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
And she's already far enough away that she's at a range of... Well, I don't know what the rock's range is, but...
Let me just measure and then inform you whether you're correct or not. You are not correct.
Fuck. Well, it's her turn. Oh, wait, no, it's not her turn next. Well, we have no reason to believe that the tree knows that Sniffles had anything to do with us.
Yeah, until she gets captured by the witch and is questioned. But yeah, you're right. The tree will be like, oh, that's just a spider.
Besides, there's threats right here. So,
Wow.
and while they're fighting the pig and the rock, and Sniffles can get away.
Alrighty, well, I guess that is my cue to swap out the music and take you back to... I'm actually going to take you back to the other map where you had fought those scarecrows. Because that seems more like an accurate 500 feet away situation.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. It does dawn on me. I would not be able to take Carrion with me because I'm taking Julian. So Carrion would be left behind, though I could always, desummon and resummon him.
I need to get the skull in here. But yeah, congratulations on escaping for now. I'm going to look for that skull token again, but while you are clear of the danger for now, you do hear an ominous thumping in the distance.
Oh fuck, my spider.
I'm sorry, look, I panicked. Did you see how much damage those rocks were doing?
I mean, yeah, I got hit by one.
The spider will probably be fine.
You better fucking hope she is.
Okay, I left Carrion behind. Carrion can communicate with us. Keith will telepathically communicate with Carrion. Tell him to follow. Tell him to follow her to follow us. Then again, I don't know if the spider understands common, but
Who knows?
Carrion will invisibly, not that it especially matters against those two, will attempt to guide Sniffles to safety.
Okay. To recap, you can communicate with your familiar from this distance. It's only 500 feet, I imagine. I'm not quite familiar, but I'm assuming you can.
I think it's either a mile or if we're on the same plane of existence or some shit. Let me check.
Well, since that you do fulfill those requirements, Carrion can inform you that Sniffles is okay. Sniffles was not chased by the giant tree that does have 120 feet of blind sight. All right. I will say, despite the first group having used Dimension Door, I did not expect this to play out this way. So, you can feel free to begin your trek back north. Sniffles and Carrion are on their way to you all.
Probably the second party won't do the same thing.
Ooh, it's only when I'm within 100 feet. But
okay.
So I guess we don't know yet.
The second party did not. I don't know if they have access to Dimension Door, because it's a paladin, a cleric, and a druid.
So what do they do?
They killed her.
Good for them. I'm happy that was something that was feasible for them. We just tried to get away and nearly fucking died. Whew.
All right, so before
nothing else.
Sniffles has made it back to you.
Ah,
Sniffles has actually ate Carrion and killed him. I'm just kidding.
you know what? That's fair. He only had 1 health, so.
Munch, munch, munch.
What are these giant auras around us?
Sorry, that was from the fight before. Let me turn those off. It was to indicate your vision.
All right.
Pablo Zanya's fault cloud.
Okay, the circle should all be gone. You do hear the thumping moving ever closer, but if you would like, you can...
All right, we need to keep moving.
Yep, let's go.
Let's hope that once we get the skull back, the place will be protected from evil influence or some shit.
Interesting.
But yeah, we will dash our way back.
All right, give me just a sec.
Did Keith's invisibility end because he casted a new spell?
It ended because he failed the con save. I think it's as he stepped into the cloud.
Correct.
All right, let me take you all back to this map over here.
Oh, I don't like that it's on the map now.
All right, let's see.
I'm gonna refresh my page.
If you all move 1, 2, 3. Oh, That's off. Hold on. So I think you all were like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're about 2 away from you. But you're moving 90 feet a turn?
Julian is anyway.
Julian is? Damn. I gotta swap the direction of these two.
Oh, hey, wait. Question.
Yeah.
Remind me, what exactly is stopping us from going up just going up the hill directly?
The fact that it's a cliffside, let me double check.
Okay.
There's a steepness.
Well, I
Oh,
bring
wait.
this up because both Julian and Sniffles have, like, spider climb.
Oh, yeah, true!
I can walk on ceilings.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In that case, let me pull this back
So,
to...
like, me and Sniffles can just, like, skip this entire fucking track and just be like, well fuck this.
That is nice, because it's basically like a cliffside. It's practically vertical. The second party was only able to scale it because the druid like shifted into an animal that could think like those goats, those climbing goats.
An animal that can fucking like look what they have to do to imitate a fraction.
Well, congratulations. At least
Yep.
you two
Yeah.
can scale the cliff, okay? Keith.
Fuck yeah.
How are
But,
you?
well, they have the skull, so it's not like the tree's gonna be able to track us. But yeah, we'll take the long way.
Are you sure
by
there's
we, I
not
mean
any
me and
way
Carrie.
that you can, just so I don't have to split the party for too long while I double check
Oh,
some speed
uh,
things?
I mean, I'm out of spell slots. I'm a warlock. I could climb with, traditional shit, but that would probably take too long. Let's see.
Well-
Carrion can fly up.
Okay.
Okay, so what you do is you have Carrion fly up to Argynvost, and then Carrion casts Find Familiar, de-summon, and then re-summon Keith.
Was I the familiar the whole time?
Okay. I will go ahead and set up Argynvost appropriately, but I am curious if there is some other way that Keith can make it without going around.
If you want me to be able to hand wave it, we could say that like the mimic morphed into like a fucking climbing pick or something.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I don't have any flying magic left or anything like that.
Okay. That would probably still require checks. What is Sniffles' strength speed? Or strength speed?
Her strength is 14. If that that is the wrong thing. That was not what I was looking for.
And capacity
So
210
carrying
pounds.
capacity is 210 pounds, and she's not carrying anything.
Beef is carrying 73 pounds of shit. I don't know how much he weighs. It's 100, so he'd have to weigh less than 137 pounds, which I mean,
He's a scarecrow.
yeah, it's not that heavy. So, yeah, it's feasible that a giant spider could carry him.
Yeah. Wrap him up in webbing and then just
Yeah.
like carry him along. We could do that.
Okay.
I mean, all I was going to
Mhm.
pitch as an idea was like Julian and Sniffles could just scale the mountain, get up here, and then Julian could just drop off the skull and then go back down for Keith.
True.
For like for exactly the same reason. So, but like I don't know, it might be faster to just have Sniffles carry him up.
Okay. I think I might go with that.
Works for me.
In that case, I think I'm probably going to call a break so I can adjust some things on our Argynvost.
Cool.
I should probably go get something to eat. We haven't eaten since like 6.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So quick break and long enough for all that, and we'll get back to it. All right. Trivializing the return of the skull to Argynvost with some spider climb. I do want to ask for perhaps a constitution check or two, just to, since you're lugging this giant skull along, just to make sure that not that you need your heart, but that your heart doesn't give out while you're doing this. All right.
Well, you all right? I don't need my heart, but
Let me check it without the... Unless you don't have a bonus to that. We do. Okay. You are able to bring the skull and the rest of your party up the cliffside into Argynvost Holtz. All that's left is to take it all the way upstairs. Did you want to... There's not gonna be much to impede your progress, but were you gonna go up the stair, like the spiral staircase like you did before? Are you gonna like show off some more, walk up the side of the tower and shove it in through the window?
frankly, at this point, I might as well just spider climb up as high as I can.
Okay.
I don't think it'll fit through the windows, to be fair.
Oh yeah, true. So
But
from fucking Gwillem's perspective, he just looks over and sees the skull just ascending from over the side of
Nice.
the castle.
Actually, I think I do see a good spot, because the thing is, the beacon tower has that upper area for the archers to be on, so I think there is an entrance up there that you can kind of go in through, so I'll probably plop you up there.
Then yeah, I will make this as disconcerting for what's his name? Gwillem?
Sir Godfrey Gwillem.
Yeah, I'll make this as disconcerting for Jeffrey as I possibly can, and just walk straight up the side of the building,
Nice.
carrying the skull, and just not even straining, not even struggling. It's under my carry capacity. Whatever, just gently set it down. There you go. Pay up. Give me my fucking money. Exactly.
Let me go ahead and take you to this map. You should find yourselves on the top right of the screen. Go ahead and squeeze through that door and make it up the stairs to the final portion of... Well, actually, I think I'll bring this, because I don't think I've given you control of the skull. I'll just step you in through this door and then up the stairs. So as you arrive, Godfrey turns around and he says, "Heavens, you've returned successfully."
Correct.
Now, as a warning, I'm pretty sure the witches are able to pinpoint the location of the skull, so they might come looking for it.
Hey man, you're not in
What?
this scene.
Sir Godfrey looks a bit alarmed and he'll say, "So they'll essentially be following you here?"
Well, we were able to cut them off by climbing up a cliff. But
Put some distance in them anyway.
Well, it is good that you retrieved the skull. Well, I'm sure if you at least killed their leader, they'll be in too much disarray to chase after us.
we did not do that.
I'm so okay.
I think you'll find that we were hired to retrieve the skull. No further details were given.
I think there was one other thing he asked, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, did retrieve the skull. I guess ensuring it wouldn't be stolen again was not part of the instructions, so that's on me. I'm sure it must have been very difficult to retrieve it.
We can fight their leader, but preferably after arrest.
Okay. What length of resting were you interested in? Because I fear they may attack as soon as night falls.
How long do we have until nightfall?
Why does this guy know all this shit?
It is longer than a short rest. Oh, he's like a higher up in this order of soldiers. It is longer than a short rest, and I think it's gonna be shorter than a long rest. Because I think you all woke up. Didn't you wake up, fight Vladimir, and then go on this quest? Or was the Vladimir fight before you went to bed last night?
We had a long rest, fought Vladimir, and then we rested again.
Oh.
And then went on this quest.
Okay. So I guess, let's see, you went down to Brez, blah, blah, blah. All right. Yeah. Okay. As for now, I'm leaning towards you have enough time for a short rest, but I don't think you have time for a long rest before they show up.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, technically, you are not required to stick around. Our fate is up to us, but I would be especially grateful if you could stick around. I'm sure my soldiers can handle most of the witches. It's just the leader herself who would give.
I mean,
us
I'm a
some
member of this
difficulty.
order, so I'll help.
And it's true. Well, in that case, I task you with defending our home, but primarily to take down the leader of the witches.
Oh boy.
Oh, Keith.
What do you say, Julian?
I say that I'm bloody well stuck with you now.
Yay!
All right. Well, then, any questions? While I assume you're going to be retreating to your previous quarters, so I'm going to go ahead and try to grab your tokens for that.
Sure.
We just got to find Keith for the room. Oh, and I guess Carrion. But yeah, do you have any questions? You know, be like, hey, Godfrey, where's the weak spot on her? Do you know? Not that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll return Julian's gear.
Thank.
I'll say, hey, do you know any weaknesses? Like for her or her evil walking house?
Who's like, oh, what now?
I'm sorry. What was it that you said? Evil walking house?
Silent image to make a picture of what it looked like.
Huh. Well. I can at least tell you that such a construct, I mean, as I'm sure you can imagine, has a magical power source independent of its caster. As for the leader of the witches herself, all I know is that she is extremely powerful, able to fell enemies with a single point of her finger.
Yep.
Oh fuck, she knows power word kill.
I shall, of course, look in my library if there's anything more that I can find out about her. Is there anything else you can tell me about her to assist me in my search?
So he said the tree probably has some sort of power source that we could maybe disable.
It's not impossible.
Nice. I mean, I'll just create an image of her as well. We didn't really. Let's see, what did we see out of her? She cast like a poison fog cloud at us. And she had some sort of telekinesis to try and pull the skull away. I guess I wouldn't technically know that, but.
Oh, yes, actually. It does remind me. Let me examine the skull. And he gets closer. And he's examining the runes that are like inscribed on the inside. And he'll say, "Oh no, this won't do. I'll need to cleanse these runes." So I believe that's probably what I'll be working on. In addition to, I mean, I could try to entrust it into Vladimir, but I wouldn't trust him with this task. Yes.
Speaking of him, will they be helping us, or is it a deal where there's a nebulous amount of other enemies that our nebulous number of soldiers will be fighting, so we have to fight the boss ourselves?
Ah, what an insightful question. At least for, I believe you are familiar with Decker and Rick. I know they will be joining the nebulous amount of our troops fighting their nebulous number of witches. As for Vladimir himself, I'm sure he can't be persuaded if you talk to him, at least, if he's not drunk out of his mind or fast asleep.
Did he get drunk?
I'm not quite sure, but if any of us can do it, he certainly can.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Excellent. Oh, and would either of you, or would you happen to know anyone who could assist me in either cleansing the runes from this skull or searching the library for more information on this witch that is about to descend upon us?
That's a good question, Dewey. Well, I knew a guy, but he's probably dead now.
Oh? Who would that be?
The burgomaster's son.
Wait, which burgomaster? There are 3.
Oh, no.
Nothing.
Well,
The one blocking.
yes, the burgomaster of Valaki, the burgomaster of Borovia, and the burgomaster of Krask.
Yeah, but I think he's talking about the son of the Burgomaster on Valaki.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Yeah,
former Burgomaster.
He was magical. Aside from him, I'll ask the DM, do we know anyone like that?
Actually, can you give me an Arcana check?
I can certainly try.
Ooh, 18 is,
Hey!
18 is good. Okay. You sense that the former burgomaster's son, while alive would be a powerful word to use right now, is not dead. Like, as you said that, you sense... You know that meme where it's like, sometimes I can still hear his voice and stop telling people I'm dead? Kind of like that.
You know, for some reason, I get the idea that he's still alive, actually.
Damn
I
it.
have no idea where he is, though, unless I'm literally hearing his voice outside the castle.
Julian
Looks
keep
down.
got that.
Well, as
I'm sorry, I can still hear his voice right behind me.
even if I could remember anyone that you would know who would be, I guess, magically inclined to address the runes, I think it might be difficult getting them here before the main event. I'm thinking, even if Irina happened to know about runes. Yeah, actually, I feel like most of the people you've met on your travels so far have, I don't want to say losers, they've kind of been more of the mundane variety, less likely to be fancy or something like that.
Magically speaking, losers.
So Godfrey will say, it's okay. My work is never done. I shall do my best to find out additional information for you to assist in your upcoming battle against the witch's leader. And I will also try to cleanse these runes. If you had a choice for me to focus on one of them, he looks down, there's like a dialogue box and there's like 2 choices. Which one would you have me focus on? The first option.
Well, the choice is cleansing the rune and what?
Yeah, cleansing the runes is the first choice. The second choice is focusing on procuring materials in his library that might help you in the fight against the witch.
So cleansing the runes would make them unable to track the skull?
That is likely.
Would that help at this point? Could you do it quick enough that they wouldn't still be aware that it's at the castle? And also, would they not just guess that it's where they stole it from 100 million years ago anyway?
Okay. You know what? I think the answers to that question is kind of twofold. This is me speaking out of character. The first part of the question, Keith, can you make me a DC 15 wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. You sense a probing presence that is brief, fizzles out, but is ultimately unsuccessful. And to answer your question, Godfrey says, yes, if we are able to cleanse these glyphs, there is a chance that unless they have been alerted to this location specifically right now, perhaps like 15 seconds ago, there's a chance they might not come here specifically.
Oh, well, I did just, I think they just tried some magic on me, but I managed to resist it.
Oh, that's a good and a bad sign. I see. I will say, technically, it means they will scour the rest of the country. That might mean it takes them a while. And kind of like what you were alluding to before, it will probably only slow them down since they'll eventually check the place they originally looted it from. It would at least buy time in case you wanted to rest for longer or to procure reinforcements or to maybe do a little side quest or something.
They're going everywhere, scouring the countryside. It might also cost them some of their numbers and possibly even weaken the house and the witch.
Ah, an apt observation. Have you considered joining the Order of the Silver Dragon?
No.
Oh, I appreciate your candor.
To answer that question more directly, I have considered it and come to the conclusion that the answer is no.
Well, I appreciate you considering it anyway. It means a lot. Even if your answer is no.
Didn't consider it for long, but
it's okay. There's only room for so many attractive people in the Order of the Silver Dragon.
do you have any?
Wow.
You see that he'll like open the locket that's around his neck and you see a picture of Vladimir in his locket.
Love-hate relationship.
You'll see he pulls out another locket and there's a picture of that, like, you know, the figure that you saw, that painting that you saw.
Ye-
He's just got lockets
The
for all the named NPCs in the order.
okay, that raises the immediate question: does he have a locket of himself?
Gotta. I really want him to. It would be funny. Sure. Yeah, I'll pull out a locket. And it's a mirror. And he's like looking at himself. And then he closes it, puts it away with the other 2 lockets.
Pulls out locket, opens it up, looks down at the tiny little mirror and at himself, whispers, "Fuck yeah!" Closes locket.
Me when I used to have a pocket mirror. Actually, yeah, I had one in high school, and I remember my my late speech teacher was like, "Will you stop pulling that out and looking at yourself all the time?" It was green. It was squarish. Good times.
Lightning, you're making the hoes jealous.
Thank you for helping me remember that memory of mine.
No problem.
All right, so to recap, it sounds like if you were to have Godfrey work on the runes, the glyphs first, it would buy you more time. It would probably be like maybe long rest, and their numbers might dwindle, that kind of thing. But if you have him focus on, it might assist in the fight that would happen sooner. If you have him focus on finding a weakness or two for the witch leader and or her house. Yeah, he'll look up something. It's like, yeah, I found, you guys know Carfaxes? Yeah, there's one for the house. It turns out that we failed an inspection 2 years ago. Its weak point is right there.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just focus on the. We'll just focus right there then. All our attacks.
But yeah,
Deals triple damage.
I think both are viable solutions. It's just up to y'all.
I'm leaning towards focusing on the runes.
Me too. Seems appropriate.
Okay. So he'll say, excellent. Good choice. I will focus my attention on cleansing the runes. You all can go ahead and rest up if you'd like. You can assist me. You can rest. You do look pretty shaken up, so feel free to head downstairs. I'll get to work right away. And he pulls out a thick handkerchief. He pulls out a few tools and implements. He pulls out a little spell book looking thing, and he begins he kind of kneels and sits back a little, and then he begins working on the skull. Let me put the skull in the middle, actually. But yeah, I'm assuming y'all would like to go back and rest.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should try and convince people to help us sooner rather than later. So I guess I'll find Vladimir.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, he is on this map, so let me go ahead and reveal. Oh, actually, the fastest way to get to him from this point, because if you remember, the way you got here was going up through the chapel area. If you want to get to him, you'll actually want to go down the stairs to the main landing. Which reminds me that I might have something set up. So, I will actually ask for a short break.
Okay.
I'll be right back. All right. Actually, sorry. I said that I was interested in doing Julian's first. I think I might do Keith's first. Upon further reflection, it shouldn't. Actually, do you all have a preference? I kind of could go either way for me.
Not really.
No preference.
Okay.
I assume that my thing would probably be shorter.
I think at this rate they're probably equal.
Wait,
I decided to pull back on certain things.
okay. Should I heal up for the short rest?
Oh yes, feel free to short rest. All right, since I know you went to rest, okay. Based on what I remember, since Keith is going here first, and you went to rest first before you came back up, we'll do Keith's first. It makes sense time-wise. So yeah, you're down here on the main landing. You'll notice that everything kind of looks like it's gone to shit up here, which it has. And then you'll go down the set of spiral staircases you see over here, and that will lead you to the familiar hallways leading up to Vladimir's, it's not really his throne room, but where he likes to sit and chill. So I'll bring you down here to the lower portions of the map.
How do I heal Sniffles?
Let's see.
Nipples can take a short rest as well.
Sure, but like she don't have hit dice.
I think every creature has hit dice.
Looks
Yeah,
like,
she's.
I guess the 4d10 maybe? Does that count?
Yeah, I guess.
So she has a 1d10 as a hit die.
Yes. Well, technically, if she's medium, I think it would be a D8. But if we're just using the stab block of the giant spider, then yeah, she'd have a D10 hit die.
1 health. How many would she have?
Well, 1 plus her Constitution.
I think she'd have a number equal to, because like on the base one it says 4, so I assume she's like quote unquote level 4. So I'm gonna say she has 4 hit dice.
Okay. 2. Okay, well that gets up to 26. Okay.
All right, Keith, you've made it back to the 3rd floor. As you inch closer, you kind of hear snoozing coming from the room beyond.
Snoozing, huh?
Mhm.
Well, I'll enter regardless.
Right. So you'll enter and you kind of see because the back of the throne is towards you, you kind of see like a leg splayed out on one side and an arm drooping lazily on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Vladimir. I'll sort of poke him with the blunt end of my pitchfork. Vladimir.
He he spins his arms around like he's trying to do some sort of martial art. What's that? What's going on? Did
Vladimir, witches are on the way. They're gonna attack us.
Help! Witches! Oh my god! And he's like, he bolts to attention. He's like, where are they? I'll kill every last one of them.
Okay, great. That's all I need to hear. What was his name? Gwillem is working on a thing that will hopefully delay their progress, but they could be here at any point, so we should rally the troops as much as we can.
Okay. Well, so we're witches, right? They'll use magic or some shit.
Yeah, and then the head witch, which is probably a hag, is also riding on a giant walking house.
What?
That is also a tree, I think. Was it a tree, or was it just a house?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll do silent image. It looks like this.
Am I dead? Oh.
Yes, but you're the same state you were before you fell asleep.
All right, so the other witches, what do you know about their combat capabilities?
We avoided combat with them, so we're not really sure. But yeah, they're presumably leaning into magic.
Okay. All right. No vampires with them, right?
Not that I saw. The head witch did hit us with a poison cloud. Is everyone here undead?
Pretty sure.
Oh, well, that helps. No, maybe she probably has other spells, but...
Yeah, watch. Do you think she would have, turn undead or something? No, she ain't one of those
Probably not.
holy types. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've been itching for a fight. Let's do this.
Is there anything else I would have picked up just from being there, or...
You mean about the witch leader?
Yeah, like their fighting style or anything else that would come to mind that might have helped us?
Let's see. Spellcaster, maybe I'll say you would have remembered there being like, I don't think it will come to this, but she did have like a quarterstaff on her back. Um,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he'll mention that the tree has very long-reaching vines and can throw boulders very far. So
oh, so
it is functionally a siege weapon.
did you want that tree or do you want me to take care of it?
If you want to take care of it, that would be great. But we'll probably have to fight it and her at the same time. And Gulam has suggested that we're probably going to be at the fighting her. So, by all means, if you could fight the tree, that would save us a lot.
Hmm.
But it might just boil down to all of us fighting her together. You, me, and Julian, that is.
It kind of sounds cooler if you guys fight the tree and I fight the fearsome witch leader.
Yeah, that's true. That would be pretty cool. Keith says, tugging on his collar.
But
Question.
you said the tree can throw rocks, was it?
Yep.
Can she throw rocks? She's some sort of like super strong lady.
She's a hag, so yeah, she's probably pretty strong.
Ooh.
She exploded a door we were holding shut.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Oh.
If I had to just guess, I'd say she has roughly like a +4 strength modifier.
What does that mean? Oh, you know what? I just checked the script. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about the script. He like throws the script away. I also have a +4 to strength.
Oh, okay, that would be a pretty cool duel then, yeah.
Wait. Is your friend, can I borrow my sword? I have my own sword. I don't need no fancy sword for this fight. But, wait, what's going on here? He looks down, there's a dialogue box. What? Would you rather have me fight the tree or the hag? What? I want to decide what.
Okay, so based on what we gathered from the brief fight, the hag is a powerful spellcaster. She's a hag. We fought hag before out of character. The tree just deals a fuck ton of damage at like super long range. Though me and Julian do both have resistance to bludgeoning damage.
I do.
When you're raging, you do.
Yeah.
It's alright, but exchanging
Though-
is me.
Given how much damage it was doing, like I'm still gonna go down pretty quickly. But then who knows what kind of magic she has. If I wonder what Julian would say if he were here.
You know, I think technically
Just
Julian
phantom.
probably would have passed through here on his way up or down for the rest. So if you want to eavesdrop, by all means, go ahead. But what were you saying? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Phantom of Julian just kind of like appears in the back of your mind, just as a ghostly apparition of a head saying, "I don't care, leave me alone."
Keith cast Silent Image to create Julian, and then cast Minor Illusion to make him go, I don't care, leave me alone, I'm brooding.
I'm not brooding, I'm busy.
I'm brooding, he says.
Wow, that's spot on. Excellent impression.
Just the Phantom of Julian goes like, "Wow, that's really mature, Keith."
Cracks me up. Okay,
I don't know,
so it sounds like maybe I should take care of the tree since, you know, it seems to be able to deal a lot of raw damage, and I'm all about that raw damage.
and also you have health regeneration, right?
Yeah, don't you?
Nope.
Aren't you? He like looks you up and down.
Technically do in the form of resting.
I mean, I have regeneration like every adventure where I can sit down for 8 hours and suddenly all of my bullet holes and stab wounds are gone, but doesn't help much in a direct fight.
Wait, I thought you were some sort of undead or construct.
I am a construct.
Huh.
But
Does the mending cantrip work on you to heal you?
it could theoretically mend connections and such, but it would not restore me any hit points.
Well, that's kind of
Keith
messed up.
says regarding the internet.
Huh. Strange. It just makes sense to me. Anyway, what do I know? I'm raw damage. All right. I'll help you out.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have like your soldier clone guys, right?
Ooh. Yeah. Spectral warriors. You can look up the stat block online.
Yeah. So
Okay.
here's a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Argynvost is like a ghost dragon, right?
Yeah, he was a dragon and now he's dead, so he's a ghost. I guess he's probably still a
Can
dragon.
he fight in this form?
What? Nope, not till. No, he's not undead. He's like. Well, I see what you mean, because if he's like a ghost, he's more like the kind of ghosts that are quest givers and not the kind of ghosts that pose a threat or have some
Are
sort
you
of
suggesting he doesn't have a stat block?
like. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me double check. Kind of curious now. He like pulls out a different script.
He pulls out the module book. He pulls out his hardcover copy of Curse of Strahd.
While you're looking at that, could you tell us Strahd stats?
Oh, I'm sure that your DM has modified it in some way.
Yeah, okay.
His book is only like 40% accurate at this point.
So true. I'm like, I have Control F up. I'm like looking for a stat block for. I could probably just look it up, like Argynvost stat block. But I'm waiting for like, because you know how sometimes the first time it mentions it in a book, there's a link to the stat block.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh. All right. I just read something that makes me believe I don't think he'll technically be much help. I mean, he is a silver dragon, so honestly, it's probably just that as a block. But I don't think his ghost spirit does not have a stat block.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, but yeah, any other questions for Vladimir before he gets ready for battle?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
The audacity of making him a ghost, a thing that mechanically exists and functions as a creature that can engage in combat, and not allowing him to be a creature that can engage in combat as a fucking dragon is stupid and annoying.
D&D 5e Ghost Dragon. Let's see. 5e tools. Lay it on me.
I will say.
Oh, hell yeah. Challenge rating 17. You can use this lightning.
I think as written, the spirit that like you've been interacting with isn't actually him. It's more like an after image. I
Yeah.
think that might be part of it, but we'll see how things. Let me take a look at this. Ghost
Plus
Dragon.
10 to hit, 32 cold damage.
Damn, where the TD is that? Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons 203. Oh, yo, this is epic. Any alive? Yo.
CO17, it is intended to be in the epic tier of play.
90-foot cone.
Right.
40 cold damage and is frightened.
Okay, I will
Why
consider
we
it.
need to participate in this
Well,
fight.
frightened, the creature's paralyzed. Yeah.
How the fuck did Argynvost lose to Strahd then? That fucking loser.
Hey, I can hear you. No, I'm kidding. All right. But let's see. Yeah, I'll set up some Phantom Warriors at his side.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Well, I guess you can go ahead and. I assume you want to take a short rest also.
Sure. Okay. Well, let me think. Obviously, I get my spells back on a short rest. I could theoretically burn enough hit dice to reach full health. I think the main thing that I'd get back on a long rest would be the bag of tricks. Yeah, I guess for now I'll take a short rest.
Okay. While you are resting, I'll go ahead and take the camera back up towards Julian. As you have just returned from taking your rest, and you see that Godfrey is hard at work betraying you. No, I'm kidding. Is hard at work cleansing the runes from the skull. He looks up at you and he'll say, "How was your rest? How are preparations coming along?"
I don't know about the preparations that Keith is undertaking. My rest was all right. Killed my wounds. It did what it needed to do.
That is good. I forget that healing wounds normally takes longer than just he like snaps his fingers instant.
Yep, it takes 1 hour.
Yep.
It takes 1 hour to heal 22 points of damage caused by a boulder the size of you hitting you.
A boulder. Well, hopefully Vladimir can tank so that we can focus on the real enemy here, and that's Witch Leader.
Baba lasagna.
I sure do miss the taste of lasagna.
Oh shit, you have lasagna in Barovia?
Oh, no, not here in Barovia. We're not from Barovia, actually.
Oh, I think you mentioned that. Anyway, I'm here to help you cleanse the wounds heal. See if I can help anyway.
Oh. Okay. Yes. How about this? Why don't you start from over there? Let's see what you've got. Yeah. I'd like to ask you to make an Arcana check. Let's see how well. Yeah, how well things are going. All right, 13 is good. You're able to pinpoint the location of. Actually, I'll say that you're able to find one that wasn't immediately visible. Like some of the glyphs, some of the runes are definitely like, oh boy, there's one right there. But then like there's one that like if you have to stand in the right spot, and it's got a different like sheen, a different gloss to it, and then that's when it becomes immediately apparent. And Godfrey kind of like nods, like appreciatingly, whatever the word for that would be.
Yeah, no, that works. Appreciatively, otherwise.
That sounds correct, yes. Oh, yes. Excellent work. The task is sure to go much faster. Thank you. While you
Anything else I can do to help?
Indeed. While you two are working on it, Godfrey will kind of just generally info dump about his knowledge of like runes and glyphs, and you'll actually listen to what he's saying and you'll gain a little bit of, because to recap, the last circle of like runes and glyphs that you worked with was that teleportation one.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that he's talking combined with your previous knowledge, it feels like the next time you come across a teleportation circle, you'll be able to, so you corrected it to make sure that it wasn't like, killing people. You'll be able to adjust the destination for the next makes it sound like only the next, but we'll see how things go for the next teleportation circle that you discover.
Neat.
Also, you will gain the ability to, if there is an exit for a teleportation circle near you, you will know its direction, like where the exit is.
Cool.
Now, whether you'll be able to do anything in particular about the exit is a bridge we can burn when we get to it. All right, and to finish things off, could I ask you to make one last Arcana check?
bad.
Think of it more like just not like you weren't able to speed up the process to the point where you're done now, but it's definitely to the point where Godfrey will be done soon. Before long, it is time for, well, if you weren't cleansing the runes, this would be when, like, the witches would be upon you. But again, you've been given out some time. You sense that they'll probably be near you soon, but not immediately so. Let me check one more thing. Oh, do you have any other questions for Godfrey before finishing up this scene?
What kind of runes are these, if you can tell?
Yes. So these runes allow the. Oh wait, this sounds sorry out of character. This sound now that I'm like saying this out loud, this sounds kind of mean of me. But there are runes that allow the skull to engage in flight, to like be flown around. Because as you could probably imagine at this point, now that you've gotten a little bit more context, that perhaps Baba Lysaga could have used it to fly around the battlefield, shooting spells at y'all or something. I don't know.
Neat.
But yeah, that's the primary focus of the runes. There's some that are like, oh, if someone tries to touch the skull, like, you know, like when the car alarm goes off, kind of like that. That's why when you all touched it the first time, she like opened the door. Another one that's kind of like Apple Air tags, I think is what they're called. You know, kind of like you're like, oh, where's my car? Where are my keys? Which is how she was able to ascertain the location of the skull before. But yeah, primarily for flight purposes. You know, a few that are just to kind of like nullify any lingering magical properties of the skull, especially given what you're about to do here with it soon. But yeah. All right. With your work nearly complete here, you hear a rumbling far away, as if your location has been discovered.
Uh-oh.
As for you two specifically, is there a spot you'd like to post up? I will say, I think from their trajectory, they're going to, be on the ground floor, where it seems that the Order of the Silver Dragon, the forces will meet them there. So I think it's more of a southerly direction. But yeah, if you all want to post up on like the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, you know, like some sort of I just want to know what's the sitch? What are you all feeling? What's the vibe? There are no wrong answers.
Let's see. I guess second floor might work for me, assuming I can see the first floor from there, because I can Eldritch Blast. But yeah, if it seems like the fight is primarily going to be taking place on ground floor, then maybe I'll get to somewhere on the second floor where I can still see it.
Okay. Just in case, I will reveal the second floor on the map. And I'll probably intend to put your character there. What about you, Julian?
If the battle seems that it's most likely going to be on the ground floor, I will probably just be on the ground floor.
Okay.
So, are we trying to fight the hag, and Vladimir is going to try to fight the house, or the other way around?
I believe that's the case, the first one.
Yes, that's probably how it's going to play out. I will level with you all. Perhaps, like, shots might get crossed. Like, think of it like this. Like, she will be attacking you all specifically, but she definitely wouldn't pass up an opportunity to, like, blindside Vladimir. Also, none of you have, because you're a fighter and you're a Keith, do you have counterspell on you?
No.
No.
Yes.
Oh, you do. Okay. Well,
I didn't know warlocks could even get that.
are you?
Yep.
You're allowed to know what the spell they're casting is, right? Before you cast counterspell.
That is how I generally understand it. That's how I see people run it anyway.
Okay.
I mean, that's certainly how DMs tend to run it when they're counterspelling a player, because the player has to blow it out the name of the spell first anyway.
True. Okay. Well, glad you have that then. That's coming real handy. All right.
Well, I only have 2 spells, so we'll see.
Oh. Yeah, watch, she'll be like baiting you out. She's like, "Oh, here I go. Gonna cast Evard's Black Tentacles, whatever the fuck that is."
Oh, I got it!
I was like, "Aha! Now I get to cast my power word kill that someone mentioned earlier." Haha. Cool. Then I will park you on the second floor. Julian will go on the first floor. Out of curiosity, on the first floor, do you want to be closer to like the front entrance, right in front of the spider webs, closer to the graveyard, the cemetery?
Probably not. I want to stay a little hidden because
Ooh, yes.
I want like the Fodor enemies to fight our Fodor dudes. I don't want to get like bogged down fighting like level 3 bandits with Firebolt.
Yeah. Okay.
When I'm trying to fight fucking Baba Yaga over here.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Cool. I've positioned you appropriately. Yeah. I guess the next question I have for y'all then is, how are you feeling time-wise?
I'm down to do the fight.
I was admittedly hoping to wrap up around 2, but the fight
No,
does seem like it'll be fun. How long? Like, how big of a fight is it?
I will be honest with you. I think it will go till like, honestly, I don't know. I feel like it will be till like a 2:30 situation.
If you think it'll be until 2:30, it's gonna take at least until 3.
Okay.
D&D fights always go longer than the DM expects them to.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping to do it tonight, but I think at the rate we're going, perhaps best next time. I like how it shaped up because I think having the fight here is going to be more fun than if you all had done the fight in Brez. So I'm actually excited for this siege situation.
Yeah.
So we can either end here or we can end on a scene where you'll see the battlefield and you'll be like present. And then I don't know, maybe like Babla Saga will say something like "Wah ha ha ha," and then it like cuts there.
I'm down to like start the fight proper before we cut it off.
I'm down to at least watch like the opening cutscene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, let me take you all over to the map where it's all going to play out. So you'll find yourselves, well, Keith, you'll find yourself on the top half of the map. But everyone else will be on the bottom half of the map. Let me go ahead and start revealing everyone and their locations.
Right. I should probably specify Sniffles will not be participating in this fight.
Okay. Seems best. Oh, I did not mean to reveal these just yet. My mind went to autopilot and it was like, oh yeah, they're people.
So for the sake of targeting and such, approximately where am I above on this map?
You are basically directly above the spider webs.
Gotcha.
Like that's the section you feel free to move around if you would like. You can also yeah, feel free to move around. All right, you can see Vladimir's off to the right over there. He's standing out in the open. There should be a few more of the. You can see that the soldiers are riddled throughout. There's some that are set up inside, kind of like a second wave of sorts, in case breaching occurs, right? In case either the witches like break through the first wave, or some of them try to get sneaky and like stealth their way in. All right, let me swap out the music.
Oh,
Yes.
during our preparation rest, would I have been able to recast Find Familiar to give Carrion his hit points back?
Yes.
Sweet. Oops. Case 11.
Okay.
13. No, 10. Damn.
All right. Are you all ready for the cutscene, and then we'll wrap it up from there?
Yeah.
All right. Again, even though the sky is fully covered with clouds, you can definitely tell that the sun is no longer present. Night has fallen, which is probably not the best time to be outside in the Valley of Barovia, but that means it's theoretically in the witch's favor for them to descend upon you at this time. The soldiers, the fellow soldiers for Keith of the Order of the Silver Dragon are posted up, long swords in hand. Perhaps you'll see some archers posted up on the higher floors of Argynvost. And then that's when you see them. From the darkness emerges a coven of witches. They appear on the right side, on the south side, directly south of the tower where Julian is theoretically posted up. Feel free to move yourself. I just threw you there because you sit kind of hidden, waiting for the other forces to kind of step forward first. So the witches themselves have appeared, and climbing up over the cliff, just for flavor, I think the hut would have gone around, honestly. Bubba Saga has the ability to go up and scale the cliff, but I didn't see anything in the hut or in her spell slots that allowed me to. No, it's only by one size, right? Halved and yeah. Anyway, this is mostly for flavor, but like the hut climbs around the side, and you'll see that witch leader herself is perched atop it. It was right over here. She will kind of gaze out over the shambles of Argynvost. She'll laugh and say, "It's just as terrible as I remembered. I've come back to take what's mine," she hisses. The soldiers nervously grip their long swords as the witches all kind of like ignites their hands with fire ready to descend it down. Is there anything that the two of you would like to say before we call the session there?
Can't think of anything.
Nope. Keith will just prepare his shadow.
All right. She doesn't know what's coming for her. With you two and Vladimir here, the witches, they gonna die. I'm very excited to see how this fight pans out next time on Light Force Curse of Strahd.
Oh yeah.
Naturally, I have to be as extra as possible in all situations, so I named the two weapons now that they're finally able to be used.
Oh, lay it on us. What are the names?
The Great Sword, because of the fact that it gives me the Vengeful Glare ability, is now named Spite.
Nice.
And the and the axe having been imbued with fire magic from hell is named Damnation.
Damn! Oh, that's a sick ass name. Oh my god.
Kind
Oh, I'm jealous. I want that axe now. Oh my god. All right. Any last words before I end things over here?
Nope. Looking forward to this fight.
Me too.
Me three. All right. Here's to next time.